Hello and welcome to Coding Demos. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how we can use Firebase in order to retrieve your password. So in the previous two tutorials, you have learned how to register a new user inside the Firebase and how you can log in using Firebase. And in this tutorial, we're going to learn how we can retrieve the password in case if you forget your password while trying to log in. So let me give you a demo of the app that we're going to build in this tutorial. So this tutorial is a continuation of the previous tutorials. So you can see here I've added a button that has the label saying forget password. So when you tap on the forget password button, that will send you to another page which has an email address and a button that says send my password. So when you key in an email address which is already registered previously in the Firebase database, then Firebase will send a link to the email that you've registered with to help you retrieve your forgotten password. So let me give you a demo. So for here, I'm going to use my actual email. And I'm going to click on the sign up button. So I'm registering as a new user, and let's wait for the loading to complete. Okay, so registered successfully. So to double check, let's go to the Firebase and let me refresh the page. And you can see here we have my email is saved successfully inside the Firebase database. Okay, so let's go back to the emulator and you click on the forget password. Now inside this email field is where we're going to use the email that I just saved inside Firebase. Okay, after that you click on send my password. Okay, so password was sent to your email, which is this. So to confirm with that, let me go back to my email and show you the actual email that was sent from Firebase. Okay, so here's the email saying that hello, this is the link for the password, which is my email here. So all I have to do is I click on the link here and I should proceed to another page where I have to add in a new password. So let's do it now. So I'm gonna key in the new password. So let's say okay, and click on save. Okay, so you can now sign in with the new password. Okay, no, I don't want to save this. So let me go back to Firebase. Okay, now so far so good. Let me go back to the app and let me try to log in with a new password. So let me delete this and then use the new password and then click on login. Oops, I always get confused between these two, so I'm going to click on the login button and I key in the email address here as well as the password. Login. So it's loading. Let's see if it works. Alright, it works. So I'm officially signed in and that is the correct password. So I click on sign out and yep, it works. So that's the app that we're gonna build in this tutorial. So let's go back to Android Studio. Okay, so we're back in Android Studio. Now, the first thing that we should do here is we need to add the button that says the forget password. Oh, not this one. Let me go back to the original app. Yep, a button inside the main page that has a forget password label. So to do that, you go to the activity underscore main and I'm going to add a button, so I'm going to click on the palette, choose the button, drag it to the bottom here, and change the ID to button. Let's say user forgot pass. User forgot pass. Okay, and for the label, we'll do forgot password. Okay, now we'll go to the main activity and let's reference that ID. So it's same thing, button, but this time we're going to change that to forgot pass, and here is where we're going. Oops, not for loop, it's a forgot pass, and I'm going to do find view by ID r.id dot button user forgot pass. Okay, so below the code below the login button code, I'm going to add the forgot password code for the on-click listener. So we do forgot pass, which is the button dot set on-click listener, and inside the on-click method is where we're going to start a new activity. Let me just copy this line and paste it inside the on-click method here. Now the only thing that we need to change is the destination activity. So we didn't yet create the forgot password activity, so let's do it right now. You go to the package, you right click on the package, you choose new, and then you go all the way down to activity, and then you select empty activity. So for the name, we're going to call this forgot password. Let's make it full, forgot password activity, and you click on finish. Okay, so now Gradle sync is in progress. Let's wait for the sync to finish, and then we will add the edit text and the button. And it's almost complete. Okay, I guess it's done. Yep, it's done. So open up the activity underscore forgot password, change the root to linear, and give this an orientation. And inside here is where we're going to add a toolbar that will carry the name of the screen and a progress bar to indicate to the user that there is some operation that's there's some sort of operation that's happening in the background. So as a way of some sort of indicator. So we'll do it right now. First we'll look for toolbar, that's the one. You drag it to the screen, and then let's open this tag, toolbar tag, because we need to add a toolbar, a progress bar. So I'm going to go back to the activity underscore main. Let me just copy this progress bar, copy this, go to the activity underscore forget password, paste it right here, change the theme as well to theme dark, so the text appears white instead of black. Okay, and then we're going to add an edit text, which would be the email address. So click on the text and then choose email, drag it to the screen here, and take a button. So click in common, button, drag it below that. So for the edit text, change the ID to edit text, and that will be, let's call this user email for simplicity, and we're going to give a hint for this edit text. So Android hint, and that would be email. And for the button, we're going to change its ID to button forgot password, forgot pass, I guess. Yeah, forgot pass should be okay. And for the button, we'll call this send me password. Let me just confirm with the demo app. So click on the forget password. Yeah, send my password. Oh, okay. send my password. Okay, so we're done editing the layout file. Let's go back to the forget password Java file, forget password activity, and inside here is where we're going to reference these two IDs. Sorry, the progress, the toolbar, and the edit text and the button. Those are four. So we're going to reference these four IDs, and we'll do it like this. So first thing, we'll start with toolbar. Toolbar. I'll call this toolbar. Let me just double check that I imported the correct toolbar. And nope, I don't want this. Let me just delete this. I want the support library. Yep, that's the one. And then we need to add a progress bar. We call this progress bar, and then we will add an edit text. This would be user email and a button which says user pass, and then we will need to use Firebase auth to be able to access the Firebase methods to retrieve the user password. So inside the onCreate method here, I'm going to reference these IDs. So it's toolbar, doing the same old stuff, find view by ID, and that would be toolbar. I guess it's 3 to double confirm we are calling the correct ID. Let me just check with that. It is correct, toolbar 3. It's under the forget password activity. That's good. Let's go back to the Java file, and we're going to do the same thing for the progress bar, which is equals to find view by ID. So r.id dot progress bar, and for the user email, find view by ID, r.id dot edit text user email, and for the user button, so it's user pass equals to find view by ID, r.id dot, that's a button, so it's button, user forgot pass, and it will be a semicolon. Okay, so let's double check with the IDs that we're calling the correct ID. So it's et user email, it is et user email, and for the button forgot pass, what did we put here? Button forgot pass. Okay, that's good, that's correct. Okay, next we're going to set the title for the screen. So we're going to do toolbar.set title, and we're going to call this forgot password, and then we're going to use Firebase auth to get the Firebase instance. So Firebase auth equals to Firebase login instance, and then with semicolon, and then we're going to set the one-click listener for the button. So when the user taps on this button, send my password, that's where we're going to do the Firebase operation. So let's do it now. User pass dot set on click listener, new on click listener, and inside the on click method is where we're going to call the Firebase auth dot send password, reset, sign in with email now. Okay, yeah, it's okay, send password, nope, that's the one, the first one, send password, reset email, and here we need to pass a single string value, and that is the email address that we need to retrieve the password for, and we're going to do user email.get text .toString, and then we need to add the add on complete, and that will be new on complete, and don't forget to add the semicolon here. Let me put this in a new line. Okay, so we'll call the Firebase auth calling the send password reset email, and inside the onComplete method here, we're going to check the status of the operation, whether it's successful or not, based on the task here. So if the task is successful, we will show a toast message saying that password sent to your email. So we're going to show a toast message, toast.make text, and the context would be forgot password activity.this, and the message would be please password sent to your email, and the length would be long, and we don't forget to set the show. Let me put this in a new line. Okay, so if the task was successful, we will show a toast message saying that password sent to your email. Now, if the task wasn't successful, means that for some reasons the user couldn't retrieve the password. Might be like the simplest case would be the user didn't register with that email, so Firebase couldn't find that user's email. So in that case, Firebase will reply with a message saying that, hey, this user doesn't exist in the app, so we can retrieve that password unless you register. So if that's the case, so if the else condition, which means that the operation wasn't successful, we will show a toast message printing whatever message that Firebase sent to this app. So let me just delete this message, and I'm going to use the task.getException.getMessage. Okay. Alright, so we have referenced the views to their appropriate IDs, and we've set the title for the page. We've created the Firebase auth, and we call the send password, and inside the onComplete we're checking based on the task whether it's successful or not. I think we should be able to run the app and see how it looks like. So what we're going to do is you click on the run button, choose whatever emulator that's running or connected to your computer, and click on OK. Okay, so build is complete, and we have the button here. So click on the forgot password, and okay, and there is a bug here. Supposedly when we click on the forgot password, we should be directed to the forgot password page instead of the login. So let's look into that. Okay, so since this is the main, okay, if you click on back button, this is the main activity, and we have these three buttons. So we will open up the main activity.java. Oh, okay. I forgot to change the destination for the attempt here. Instead of login activity to forget password. So let's do it, forget password activity. Let's run it again. Click OK. Okay, build is complete, so we'll click on the forget password. Alright, so we have the email and we have the button. So let me key in the... Okay, first things first, let me register as a new user, but with a working email address. So it's coding demos. I'm going to use my personal email address. Now, don't get confused. Early on, when I was showing you the demo, I was showing using a different app. But the one we're working with right now is another app. So this app is connected to a different Firebase project. That's why I don't. This email address wasn't registered with this Firebase project. That's why I'm doing it right now. So I'm keying my email. I'm keying a password, and let me just register this user by clicking on the sign up button. So it's loading. It's loading. Okay, registered successfully. Great. Let's check that. So we go back to the Firebase app and we double check that, hey, the email is actually saved inside the Firebase. That's good. Now go back to the app and let's click on the forget password. So I'm gonna key in the same email address that I did just now while registering as a new account, and I'm gonna click on the, let me just double check. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna click on the send my password button. Okay, one thing is missing. We didn't show the progress bar. I always tend to forget the progress bar, I don't know why. Okay, let's do it now. So I'm gonna go back to the forget password activity here, and inside the onClick method is where we're going to show the progress bar dot set visibility dot sorry, it should be visible because by default it's gone. And inside the onComplete method, before the task is successful, I'm going to set the visibility to gone. Okay, now let's give this a run. Click on OK and wait for it to build. So build is successful and I'm automatically directed back to the profile page because I haven't signed out yet. So let me sign out and let me click on the forget password. I'm gonna key in the email address again. And I'm gonna click on the send my password. I'm gonna check whether the progress bar is showing or not. So by now it should show. So let me click on the button. Yes, it's showing. So let's wait for a toast message. Okay, password sent to your email. Let me confirm that by opening up my email address. Okay, so this is the email address I got from Firebase, and they want me to click on this link, so I'm gonna click on that, and I'm gonna change the password to something like this. Click on save. Okay, you can now sign in with your new password. That's great. Let me close this. No, I don't want to save this password. And let me go back to Android Studio, go back to the app. Now the password is successfully successfully retrieved, and I managed to change that already. So let me go back to the emulator here, go back to the login page, and let me try and log in with the newly changed password. So, okay, click on login. Okay, so it works. I'm able to log in with my newly created or newly retrieved password. So I'm clicking on sign out. I'm going to click on sign out, so we're done with that. Now another thing that I want to show you is if we go back to the Firebase, right, we can actually change the message that appears inside this email. So we can change the title, if I'm not mistaken. You can even change the actual message. So to do that, let's go back to the Firebase console and you click on the template. I'm already in the Authentication tab here, and then you click on the template, the third option here, and then you click on the password reset option, and here you can actually change the sender name if you want to provide a name of who sent this email and a reply to name, and then from who this email was sent, as well as the subject and the actual message. So let's play around with these values. I click on the pencil here, and I'm going to change, for example, this from tab. So by now it's showing reset password. So let's go back, no reply. From no reply, add this email. So from no reply, let me change that to Firebase app, and then the sender, let me use the same thing, Firebase app, reply to the email address. Let me use my personal email address, and for the subject I'm going to leave this as it is. You can change it if you want to. Okay, let's change it to let's put the channel name here in the beginning, and here we're going to do hello from coding demos. Follow this link to reset your app name, password for the email. Thank you, your app name, and or you can just say change this to coding demos team, and then put a smiley face here. Okay, let's click on the save. Is it saving? Okay, it says here, please select an email address. Project support email. This will be the email address presented to users when they are authenticated with Google. It can be changed to your sign-in email or email of a Google group message managed by you. Okay, so in that case, let me just put my email. Okay, I'm gonna click on save. Okay, saving. Email template was updated. That's good. So to test that, okay, to change the language in which this template is displayed, resets content to the default, and I'm not gonna change that. Let me go back to the Android Studio, to the emulator, click on the forget password again. I'm going to send another forget password email to this email address to make sure that whatever changes that we did to the template was actually taken into effect. So let me tap on the send my password button. So it's loading. Okay, password was sent to your email. Let me check my email. Okay, so this is the email. Okay, so you can see here, these are the new changes. I added this coding name on front. I changed the subject. I changed the subject. I changed the actual message and added this, and as well as the smiley face, so you can actually play around with the message to whatever requirements that you have. And whenever you want to forget your password, then they will send you the message using the new modified template that you just modified in the Firebase console. Okay, so let's go back to the Android Studio and the email address right here. Okay, so that's basically it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Do give it a thumbs up and do subscribe for more awesome tutorials. Again, thank you for watching and happy coding.